This is a Flying Cow production.
Well, hello and welcome back to Movie Battles here on the Flying Cow, where we put the very best in Disney, Pixar movie trivia, and we put them head to head. And I, of course, am your host, the Flying Cow himself, Clay Johnson. And here with me calling this second round match is, of course, the reigning champion, Little Boat, Kaleb Boatman. Boatman, how are you today, sir?
I'm all right. Last time didn't go horribly, so I decided to grace you with my presence again.
Oh, thank you. I guess that's good. So yeah, like I said, we have a second round match today. We have the cooler Chris Diaz, fresh off his round one win, against the king, Kaleb Koho, looking to make it past round number 2 in this year's tournament. I am excited to see how this match is going to play out.
Isn't the cooler that William H. Macy movie where the guy works at Vegas and is incredibly unlucky?
I mean, maybe. I don't
It
know
is.
if that's what his name implies, though. But okay. I'm glad you got a reference. Thank you for.
I know
your
you don't know much
contribution.
about movie trivia, so I wanted to help you out a little bit, Clay.
Okay, yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Okay, so what do you say we go ahead and bring in today's competitors?
Sure.
All right. Introducing first, representing whoever he wants, with a record of 3 wins, 3 defeats, and 3 knockouts. He is the cooler, Chris Diaz. Chris, it looks like you're enjoying your time in the Corona. How are you today, sir?
Doing good. Here to have fun.
Good. So are you excited about this second round match? Your actual first second round tournament match. How are you feeling about your chances today?
50-50. Here to have fun. Gonna lose.
All right. Sounds like a plan. All right. Well, we will see you in just a second, sir. All right. And his opponent, representing the kingdom, with a record of 5 wins, 4 defeats, and 2 knockouts. He is the king, Kaleb Koho. Kaleb, how are you today, sir?
I'm doing all right. I didn't realize I was playing a guy who looks like he got his camera tips from Tom Hooper. It's all light. I can't make out what's happening. For all I know, that man is set up with just like 8 computers feeding him information during a match. All I know, this man is getting external help with this camera angles from Tom Hooper.
Well, on the good side, I think if that was the situation, he wouldn't be able to see them. So,
You know
Clay,
what?
if it helps you,
Awesome.
Tom Hooper is the guy who directed 2012's Les Miserables. That's what Koho's referencing.
Tom Hooper is. Thank
Let's
you
read him as well.
for that bit of wisdom there, champ. All right, so obviously Kaleb supremely confident going into today's match. So let's go ahead and bring in Chris back in here. All right, so now that both competitors are here, let us go ahead and bring up the rules for round number 1. All right. In round number 1, 8 questions from random categories will be given to all competitors. Competitors will have 15 seconds to write each answer. Answers in this round must be spoken aloud when revealing your response. All questions in this round are worth 1 point. If either competitor gets all 8 questions correct, they will have a perfect round and receive a 1 point bonus question. Competitors do have 3 repeats. So if you need to hear a question again, or you just need a little bit more time, use your repeats. Competitors also have a challenge. If at any point they disagree with the ruling of a question, they can challenge. If their challenge is upheld, then they will keep their challenge. There is no stealing in this round. Competitors, are you ready?
Yeah, I just want to make sure Chris knows that we don't ask about Into the Woods on this show. Just want to make sure he knows that.
Good note. All right. Caleb, are you ready? Boatman.
Oh, yes. You can't say Caleb.
I know,
'cause
there's two of them now. There's 2 of them. All right. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I feel ready for a
No,
movie
sir, all
battle.
13.
Action begin. All right. So we are going to start in round number 1 with question number 1 in the category of early classics and classics, the films of mostly the 30s through the 50s. And your question: in which film will you hear the songs Little April Shower and Love is a Song?
Do you have a favorite month, Clay?
A favorite month? Well, I mean, probably, as most people, the month of my birthday, November. I like the fall. It's a nice time. It's not too hot, not too cold. Well, depending on where you live.
Not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
Yeah, yes. Great stuff. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and we are starting with Chris.
Bambi.
Bambi is correct. Koho.
Bambi.
It is indeed Bambi. They are both tied at 1 going into the next question.
Which comes in the category of the Renaissance, which is mostly the 90s. Who provides the voice of Zeus in Hercules? Where do you stand on Hercules, Clay?
I enjoy it. I think it's a good time. I don't think it's the best the Renaissance has to offer, but I definitely enjoy the story.
Not a terrible opinion.
Thank you. 2,
You're welcome.
1. All right.
Okay, we're gonna go to Koho
Rip Torn.
and Chris. Both correct.
He is ripped and torn. Seems a little redundant to me, but you know. So they are currently tied at 2 going into the 3rd question in this round in the category of dark times, the films of the 2000s. And your question: in which film will you find the voices of John Goodman, Terrence Howard, and Oprah Winfrey?
John Goodman, a lot of good Coen Brothers performances from this guy.
Yeah. John Goodman started off as a mostly a television actor. Had a couple stumbles in feature films, but has, in later years has had some great performances.
Should have won an Oscar for The Big Lebowski. I stand by that.
I'm not gonna disagree with you. In 5,
Smart
Maybe
choice.
Clark
4,
Gregg.
3, 2, and 1. All right, starting with Chris.
The Princess and the Frog.
It is The Princess and the Frog. Koho.
The Princess and the Frog.
That is correct. Still tied at 3.
As we get into your next question, category of Pixar, in which film will you find characters such as Celia, Roz, and Randall? You like these questions, Clay.
I do. They're easy to write. And they come to me quickly.
At
which
least
is
you're being
always
honest.
helpful. Yeah. I've read a lot of questions. So, the easy ones are good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Okay, we're gonna go to Koho
Monsters Inc.
and Chris.
I did an answer for me. That's man.
That is correct.
All right, so our competitors are still tied, 4 points apiece, going into the 5th question in this round in the category of hybrid and Muppets. And your question: in which film will you find a talking chipmunk, a dragon, and a princess in Central Park? The hybrid and Muppets films, these have proven to be rather difficult for some of our competitors, but we will have to see how they do.
You
today.
mean the competitors who don't watch the movies is what you mean.
It doesn't help. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, Chris.
Enchanted.
It is Enchanted. Koho.
Sequel looks dope. Enchanted.
All right, very nice, very nice. Going now into the 6th question, still tied up.
And that question is going to come in the category of the decline and wilderness, the 60s to the 80s. Which of these is not a character in The Fox and the Hound? Butch, Boomer, Vixie, or Dinky? You're a boomer, Clay. How do you feel about that?
No, I'm actually right at the tail end of, or at the very beginning of a millennial. Actually,
Were you
whole
alive?
generation in between me and the boomer.
Were you alive in 1994?
Yeah.
Then you're a boomer.
I was
Sorry, I
like
don't
12.
You were alive in 94. You're a boomer. Everyone who was alive in
That's
1994 is a
how
boomer.
that works.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Repeat.
Oh, repeat. All right. Chris
Which of
getting it.
these is in the category of the decline and wilderness? Which of these is not a character in The Fox and the Hound? Butch, Boomer, Vixie, or Dinky?
Yeah, I believe if you were born after the year 1980, all the way up till 1999, you're considered a millennial. I never thought of myself as a millennial, but that's what I've heard.
I mean, dropping the bit, I don't think 99 is millennial because I've been told I'm Z, but I don't know. It's like
Maybe it's 98 then. Who knows? In 5.
I have no idea. It makes no sense, Clay.
3, 2, and 1. I used to be Gen Y. I don't know what happened. All right. Oh, this was your question.
Yeah, this was mine. So Koho
Vixie.
and Chris. Chris is correct. It is Butch.
Butch. Yes. All right. So with that, Chris takes a 1-point lead. Koho, unfortunately, no longer with a perfect round, but still not doing too bad. The score is currently 6-5 going into package films, everyone's favorite, short collections of the 40s. And your question: in which film will you find the hyperactive Araquan bird?
You seem like you go bird watching, Clay. That just seems like the type of thing you do.
I mean, I have seen birds. I don't like just go out and be like, ooh, birds. Where are they? That's not. I'm not the guy with the binoculars looking. No.
Repeat.
Repeat. All right. So Chris using his second repeat for this question: in which film will you find the hyperactive Araquan bird? Yeah, no, I mean, I honestly don't know that much about birds, to be honest. I know like a few. I don't know the Araquan bird. I can tell you that.
That's fair.
aside from the fact, that he looks a certain way in a movie, that's all I know.
That's fair.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Starting with you, Chris. Did that pay off for you?
LED time.
LED time is incorrect.
The other one.
Koho,
I'm really glad I changed it then. I said the 3 caballeros.
it is the 3 caballeros.
Yeah.
So, we are currently tied up at 6, going into the final question in this round. No perfect rounds for us today.
Okay, which comes in the category of the CG Revolution 2010s to present. Which Disney animated film was released in 2014? '14 is a good year for movies. I think that's
Yeah, not too bad. I will say this one actually, I would forget often how early it came out. It just kind of snuck under the radar for me for a while.
fair.
But not bad in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Okay, we're gonna go to Koho
Big Hero 6.
and Chris.
All
That
right.
is correct.
And with that, we are tied at 7, going into round number 2. Both competitors only missing 1 in that round, both with a great showing. So we will have to see how round number 2 goes. So in round number 2, also known as the wheel round, each competitor will spin the wheel up to 2 times. If you do not like your first spin, you can choose to spin again. However, if you land on opponent's choice, you are stuck with it. Competitors will get 4 questions from their category. Questions in this round are worth 2 points. Multiple choice is available. However, if you use it, the value of the question drops to 1 point. Competitors will have 15 seconds to answer each question. Opponents may steal if a competitor gives an incorrect response. Repeats and challenges are still in effect. All right, so you are currently tied. However, Koho came in as the favorite. So, Koho, you have the choice. Would you like to spin first, or would you like to defer to Chris?
I would like to boots with defer.
All right. All right, Chris, can you see the wheel?
Yeah.
All right, Chris, this spin is yours. And you have landed on the category of mixed bag. Would you like to keep this, or would you like to spin again?
I think we can fit it again.
Spin it again?
Yeah.
All right, here we
Got too much
go.
in it, man.
Spinning one more time to see if he can get anything better. And he has landed on princesses. So we are going to bring up 4 questions in the category of princesses. And Chris, I am going to be reading these questions to you. All right. So your first question in the category of princesses. In The Princess and the Frog, what is the name of the arrogant prince Tiana eventually falls for?
Naveen.
Naveen is correct for 2 points. All right. So moving on now to your second question in this round. Who provided the adult voice of Nala in The Lion King?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice it is. And your options there. Is it A, Juliana Margulies, B, Moira Kelly, C, Kelly Williams, or D, Laura Flynn Boyle? I'm sorry, what was that?
D.
Did you say B as in boy or D as in dog?
And boy.
Boy. Okay. B. Moira Kelly is correct for 1 point. All right. And your penultimate question in this round. Which princess was the first to have a prince with a name?
Aurora.
Repeat that one more time.
Princess Aurora.
Are you saying Aurora?
Yeah.
Okay. That is correct. All right. And your final question in this round. In the princess scene in Ralph Breaks the Internet, what does Cinderella's comfy shirt say? Multiple choice, it is. And your options there. Is it A, got slippers? B, nothing good happens after midnight? C, pumpkin life? Or D, G2G got to go? A, got slippers is incorrect. So, Caleb, you were going to get the opportunity to steal the question. In the princess scene in Ralph Breaks the Internet, what does Cinderella's comfy shirt say? Is it A, got slippers? B, nothing good happens after midnight? C, pumpkin life? Or D, G2G got to go?
If it's not this is like a great multiple choice option. I'm gonna say it's B. Nothing good happens after.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for D. G2G got to go.
That's just a great multiple choice option. I was like this. It's like that doesn't sound made up.
So a difficult question to end out that round, but still, Chris goes ahead by 5 points. Score is currently 12-7 going into Caleb's round number 2. So let us go ahead and bring up the wheel for Caleb and see what he can pull out. All right, Caleb, can you see the wheel?
Yes, sir.
All right, then here is your spin. Caleb obviously looking for a strength here to, very nearly got the opposite, but he instead has landed on CG Revolution, the films of the 2010s to the present. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Gosh, that was so scary. I'm going to keep it. I'm too scared to spin again. I'll take that.
All right. So Caleb going to take his chances and avoid a possible opponent's choice, sticking with the CG Revolution. So he is going to get 4 questions in that category, and those questions are going to be read to him. Again, I got to vet these things better. You're reading again to your friends. But yes, the reigning champ, Little Boat, Caleb Boatman. All right.
Glorious leader.
Okay, Koho, your first question in the category is CG Revolution. What is the name of J.K. Simmons' mayor character in Zootopia?
Lionheart.
That is correct for 2 points. In Frozen 2, Queen Iduna sings and does what to put an energetic Anna to sleep?
Multiple choice.
A, strokes her hair. B, gives her calming tea. C, runs her finger along her nose. D, rubs her back.
C.
C is correct for 1 point.
All right, Caleb looking good here, only down by 2 going into this next question.
What SNL alum provides the voice of Aunt Cass in Big Hero 6?
Maya Rudolph.
Correct for 2 points. And your final question in the category of CG Revolution. Entangled during the song I've Got a Dream, the hook hand thug, voiced by Brad Garrett, expresses that his dream is to be what?
A concert pianist.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right, so Kaleb doing very well in that round, only going to multiple choice once and pulling it out. 7 out of a possible 8. So he currently has a 2-point lead over Chris. So this is still anyone's game. Very, very close. So let us go ahead and bring up the rules for round number 3. All right. In round number 3, competitors will pick 3 numbers ranging from 1 to 20 that correspond to 3 random categories. Each competitor will receive 3 questions ranging from 2, 3, and 5 points respectively. Competitors will have 15 seconds to answer each question. There is no stealing or multiple choice in this round. Repeats and challenges are still in effect. All right, so as we said, Kaleb is currently in the lead by 2 points, which means that Kaleb, you get the choice to choose your 3 numbers first. What would you like?
4, 7. We'll go 13.
4, 7, and 13. And Chris,
9.
5, 2, and 9. All right. Very good. All right. So we are down now to the round 3. These questions remaining. Chris is down by 2. So in order to avoid the TKO and push it to Kaleb, he is going to have to answer some questions. So Chris, we are going to start with your 2-point question. You chose number 5, and that is in the category of princesses. Okay, now you're only down by 2, so if you get this correct, you will push it to Kaleb to at least answer his 2. And your question, category of princesses. Which princess has a prince named Edward?
Giselle.
I'm sorry?
Giselle.
Can you write it, Chris? Because I really can't tell, and I'm not going to just assume that you're saying what I think you're saying.
Giselle.
Yes, Giselle is correct for 2 points. All right. So Chris pushes it to Koho to answer his 2-point question. All right. So because of the stakes here, I am going to be asking the rest of these questions. The champion is just going to observe. All right. So question you chose, Koho, you chose number 4, and that relates to the category of villains. Okay? And your question for 2 points. What villain has blue flames for hair?
Hades.
Hades is correct for 2 points. All right. So brings it down now to Chris to answer his 3-point question. And that is, he chose number 2. And that is in the category of John and Alan.
Oh.
The films of John Ratzenberger and Alan Tudyk. And your question for 3 points. To date, how many Pixar films do not feature a performance by John Ratzenberger? 5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
Okay. That is, I believe, your last one. Okay. To date, how many Pixar films do not feature a performance by John Ratzenberger?
What?
4 is correct for 3 points.
I had to think because we're making sure we carry like you again, so everything's good.
All right.
Can I, out of curiosity, can I know what the movies are?
Yes, the 4 films are Soul, Soul, Turning Red, Luca, and Lightyear.
Okay. Is he in?
My fingers don't know what they're doing.
Is he in Brave?
He is in Brave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. I was like,
All right. So we are now turning to Kaleb Koho to answer his 3-point question. He is currently down by 1 point. So if he answers this, he will force Chris to answer his 5-point question. So Koho, you chose number 7, and that relates to the category of directors. Okay. And your question for 3 points. What directing team directed both Frozen and Frozen 2? We need both names.
Just to be clear, the woman on this team has gone by 2 different names. Will you take both, like the maiden name and her married name, or is it just going to be whatever's on
As long
the
as I
movie?
can, I mean, I've only got one
Sure.
name here, but as long as I can look it up and
Sure.
verify
Okay.
that indeed that is also one of her names, then yes.
Okay. Jennifer Lee and Chris Buck.
That is correct for 3 points.
Me trying to remember if her married name is the one on Frozen or not.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Yeah,
No, you're good.
it's her name. It's her name.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So we are down now to Chris's 5-point question. If Chris can hit this, then he will force Koho to answer his 5-point question. However, if he misses, Koho will move on to the semifinals of the tournament. Chris, your question. You chose number 9. That relates to the category of movie release dates. Okay? And your question for 5 points. The 2000s were a prolific decade for Disney. What was the only year to not feature a Disney animated release?
Two 2010.
That is correct for 5 points.
I was thinking D4 not Disney. I needed that one.
All right. So now it is down to Koho to answer his 5-point question. Again, if he hits this, he will win and go to the semifinals of the tournament. However, if he misses, Chris will be on his way to the semifinals. All right. So, Kaleb, you still have all 3 of your repeats. You chose number 13, and that relates to the category of the Muppets.
No.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So for 5 points, The Electric Mayhem has 5 main members.
Wait.
Name 2 of them.
Okay. Question. I don't know if this is a question you can answer. The title character in the thing, does he count as one, or do I have to find a 4th one that's not him? Does that just count? Or
I mean, if you're asking if you think there's a character named the Electric Mayhem,
there's a character and the Electric Mayhem is what I'm referring to. Anyway, that's fine. Okay.
Like I said, there's 5 main members.
Sure.
So just name 5 of them, or sorry, name 2 of them.
Okay.
And you are at 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
Okay. That is your first one. All right. Sorry. The Electric Mayhem has 5 main members. Name 2 of them.
I'm probably overthinking this. I'm just gonna go with it. Dr. Tooth and Animal. Or Dr. Teeth and Animal. Is that his name? Dr.
No,
Teeth?
he said it.
I mean, I caught it. I was like, I said it out loud.
It. I didn't say a thing.
Right, like
No,
this is
but
just to bring up precedent. People like we've done this before, where like people have been able to catch themselves before anything is said.
No, you just said Dr. Tooth and Animal that part, then you wait a minute. Then you.
Okay. So
I said Dr. Tooth, and then immediately after I said Animal, I went, wait, Dr. Teeth. So
okay, so it sounds to me, Chris, do we have an official challenge?
Yeah, because he said Dr. Tooth and Animal, then.
Okay. All right. So after review, anything else aside, in all honesty, I was just about to ask Kaleb to repeat himself because I was not sure what he had said when he said Dr. Teeth. Before I could do that, so officially, I had not even counted his answer. Before I could do that, he corrected himself. So I am awarding that answer to Kaleb Koho, which means, and your winner, the King, Kaleb Koho. Hard fought match, guys. Chris, a worthy challenge. Just unfortunately didn't go your way today, but hard fought match on both sides. So let us go ahead. I'll bring you back in just a second for interviews. All right. Well, there we have it. It went down to the wire, even had a challenge there at the end, but ultimately the King, Kaleb Koho, comes up with a narrow victory over Chris Diaz. If nothing else, this proves that Chris is improving by leaps and bounds. If he can ever move off of the corona of the sun, who knows what he can achieve.
No, that's fair. Kaleb Koho is one of my best friends. I think most people know this. The worst thing about him is that he hates the Muppets. Without a doubt, the worst thing about him.
Oh.
The man is terrified of Miss Piggy. That's just a fact. Like actively scared. So, good on him for actually hitting a Muppets question, even though he should, because they're great films.
Absolutely. I agree. But what do you say we go ahead and bring in today's competitors to discuss this match themselves? And here we have the cooler Chris Diaz after a tough match, buddy. That was very, very close. Final score 24-22. You had it neck and neck the whole time. How are you feeling about your performance in today's match?
I feel good. First time I've been perfect bounty. I never done that before. I got all three of my questions right.
Yeah, you had some pretty tough pulls there. You pulled it out, like you said, got your full 10 points in round 3, forcing Kaleb to have to do the same. I mean, like I said, if nothing else, this proves that you are going to be somebody to look out for in this league. Like I said, if you can ever, put some sunglasses on that camera somehow, then, who knows what we can do.
Listen, despite the loss, Killer did a good job. We only mentioned that, like, between that open night trivia, we only had good competition with each other. A good challenge because, I love the Muppets to that, like, when I had Dr. Two the first time. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Chris, unfortunately, this does end your tournament run, but you got further than you did last year. Who knows what you might do next time? So, congratulations to you, sir. Looking forward to what you do next season.
Yeah, same.
All right. Well, thanks again, Chris. And here we have today's winner by the skin of your teeth, sir.
Yeah.
Of your Dr. Teeth.
Sure.
Pulling out that win narrowly. You and Chris kept it close all through the match.
Yeah.
Tied in round 1, only lost 2 points in Chris only lost 2 points in round 2. You came in with only a 2-point advantage, and then he ran his questions. How were you feeling as the match was progressing?
Yeah, I mean, he had me sweating. Opponent's choice almost being hit on the first one definitely was the deciding factor for my decision making today. If it wasn't any close, if it was all the way across the wheel, I probably would have taken a respin and just to, test my luck. It worked for me in the last round. I thought maybe it would have worked for me this round, but with it being that close and CG Revolution being something I feel confident in, I was like, you know what? No testing fate. Let's just go for it. And so I can't sneeze at 7 for 8. I just got really lucky that the Muppets question happened to be something that I could osmosis through having seen a couple of them. So it was like good enough, which is all I guess I needed to be today to win. It was just good enough over Chris. He played great. But I had a mission today, and I think I did that. So.
Yeah, you have successfully made it to the semifinals. You were cut just short last year. This time you have made it. And you will be playing again against the Dream Worker, Cameron Holtzman.
We're doing this. We're doing this again, aren't we? We are playing Holtzman. You look, he got me last time, and he got me by just a couple points. It was very close.
Yeah.
And he's never let me forget that. And so I think I have to win the rematch. I have to just shut him up this time. And not even to be whatever. But if once I put him down, because this guy doesn't even respect Disney. This kid thinks Wallace and Gromit created Earth in 7 days. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna put him and his dragon loving self in the ground and go to the next round. Walk all over whoever it is, because I got to go get Boat's belt off him. He's gonna be shipping me that belt from Iowa.
All right. Well, good luck in the next round, sir, and we will see how things go. Well, there you have it. We have our first semifinal set. The King, Kaleb Koho, in a rematch with the Dream Worker, Cameron Holtzman. Will it be a repeat of last time? Will Kaleb be able to reverse his fortunes? Who knows? All I know is that I'm excited to see it.
I don't know who put crap in Koho's cornflakes, but at the end of the day, This is mine. This is mine. It's not yours. You can go play with your own toys. This is mine. Okay? Maybe watch a Muppet movie and then you can have it.
It might help. All right. Well, again, thank you to everyone who is watching. I hope you have enjoyed this very exciting second round match. We have lots more going on, lots more tournament matches. I encourage you to like, subscribe, comment on this match. Let us know what you thought about it. We are excited to be moving forward with everything else that the Flying Cow has to offer. Make sure to check out all of our podcast offerings over at the Flying Cow, wherever you can find podcasts. Also, check out the Flying Cow Patreon, patreon.com/the Flying Cow. Check all of that stuff out. As always, though, in order to see any of it, you got to stay here. You got to stay watching. And as always, move.
Moo.